What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Summer Career Mode. This is episode number 54. We're starting today's episode off on the back of transfer deadline day. More big moves all the way to the final hour of the January window where big moves happening at the San Siro. We've got a totally new back three now. Damsgaard came in as part of a swap deal with Pau Torres. Thuram is currently my DM. Chiesa in the starting 11 and on the bench. We've got Jorginho who's coming in for some veteran leadership as we sent Mason Mount back to Chelsea for the realism. Molina as a backup right back, a couple other backups as well for our current senior first 11 players. It was a crazy January window, but I said we were going to rebuild this team completely. It's exactly what we've done. It's far younger, it's far more exciting, far more Italian. We've got our identity back here at the San Siro. Even so, a draw for the last 16 in the Champions League, and it is a favourable one. PSV Eindhoven, of course, we topped our group. Had we finished runners-up though, we would have had Manchester City. Oh my goodness gracious me. Thank God for that. Yep, Real Madrid will take on Manchester City in a blockbuster tie in the last 16. Had we finished runners-up to Real, we would have got my old team, Man City. Thank goodness that isn't the case. PSV, though, won't be an easy game. PSV do have some really decent young talents, to be fair. And yes, you will be wondering if Noni Majuk is still there. The answer is yes. One of the highest potential English players in the game. So, won't be easy. Favourites, don't get me wrong, but certainly won't be easy there. My first Champions League knockout tie to save. Still, first game of today's episode. Udinese right now with Inter Milan. Really nice stretch of form. In fact, our best run of form of the season thus far. We've obviously totally chopped and changed our team since the January window opened, and now it's closed as well. Question is, could we adapt? Could we gel? Could we click? Well, no doubt about it, the answer was going to be yeah. Moise Kean, by the way, 14th goal there, as you're scoring against Udinese. I said when we took over, he was going to be my main man. I made Dumfries my captain. I said Moise be my main man up top. Both of those things have come true. He's brilliant, man. Absolutely amazing. So, leading by a goal, currently in control here, but right before the break, sucker punch. Mentioned before, how common are late goals in FIFA these days, man? Both in the second half, but also in the first half as well. So many goals get scored between like the 40 to 45 minute mark. It's crazy. But even so, Udinese found the level right before the break. In danger of a big slip up here. Can't afford that if we are going to stay in a title race. Still outside the top four right now. 68 minutes in, still tied at 1-1. Looking for a breakthrough, looking for a winner. DeMarco finds Damsgaard. I tell you what, man, I'm really liking this guy. It's poor goalkeeping, don't get me wrong. Should have been saved there, but we'll take it. Damsgaard smacking one in from range and giving us the game winner as we held on for a 2-1 victory. I really like this guy, man. Like, I really, really do. Obviously, when Dortmund put the bid in for Pau Torres, I said I was going to let him go for the realism. Dortmund right now are a better team than us. There's no doubt about it. They're going for the Bundesliga title. Needed to plug some gaps in their defense. We're a side in rebuild, looking to rebuild our identity. They offered us Damsgaard as part of the swap deal, and he is just absolutely fantastic. He's signed for Brentford in real life, so we know, but his creativity, his long shots, he's brilliant. And as you see here, we've just been here for Moise Kean from Barcelona, obviously going absolutely nowhere. We changed Damsgaard's position from the LM to CAM, which is where he's playing in this team here. He's got the 4-star skill, was a 3-star weak foot. Didn't grow our rating, but when you do look at his stats here, yes, he's absolutely rapid, but look at his stats here, man. He's got decent long shots, decent finisher, good attacking position, but 84 vision, 80 long pass, 79 short pass, but the real stats are in the dribbling. 86 ball control, 88 dribbling, 92 agility, and 86 balance. Balance, I think, is one of the most underrated stats in FIFA as well. So, yeah, he is so good in the attacking midfield role in this team, and I can't believe it, but like, it's funny because I convert Ricky to CDM as well. Like, obviously, you know, like, for me, whenever a club offers me one of their players in exchange for one of mine in a part exchange deal, it's normally someone I've got no interest in whatsoever. It's some backup left back or something from our star striker, do you know what I mean? Normally I've got no interest at all, but Damsgaard, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll have him. Yeah, why not? You're going to throw in Damsgaard? You're going to throw in Damsgaard to the deal, plus £45 million? Yeah, absolutely. I'll take that every day of the week, man. I love that. I really do. It's so rare for me to get that. You know, a player getting swapped to me for one of my players ends up turning out to be a really good player. Damsgaard is that guy, though, man. Like, really, really liking him as our playmaker so far. So, second game of today's episode, Venezia away from home. Guys, by the way, if you've still got time for one last FIFA 22 career mode, I definitely recommend Venezia. This is probably your last chance to use them. Venezia, or Fashion FC if you will, they won't be in the Serie A next season, so unless they're in as a other league team, like the likes of Monza for example, then you won't be able to use them next season. If you are looking for one final career mode, Venezia, great RTG to use in Italian football, especially with the amazing kits they've got as well. So taking them on away from home in Venice here. They are rock bottom of the league, so I head into this game thinking, okay, alright, nice little streak of form, nice little patch of form, I should say. We should be able to brush these guys over pretty easily, and we were a goal down courtesy of Joshua Zirkzee in the first 15 minutes, and I was like, okay, this is typical FIFA. This is classic FIFA. You know. You take on one of the weaker sides and they just turn into a fantastic team you cannot seem to stop. Down by a goal here in Venice, looking for a response. We managed to get it right from kickoff. Memphis bending one in. And we brought in Federico Chiesa from Spurs on deadline day after selling St. Maximin, but don't think that his position is a lock, despite the fact he's 90 overall. Right now, player ratings has not been that much to me. At the moment, I'm trying to figure out what's our best team, what's our best first 11. So, Chiesa's not a lock as a starter at 90 overall. As I always say, the rating is important. What's most important is how you feel playing with the players. And Memphis right now is one of my best players since I took over here at Inter Milan. Scored our first goal since coming in as well. And he got the hockey assist for our second as well here in Venice. Ball to Nunez. What a through ball by Matthias, by the way. And Moyes gets another as he puts us in front for the first time. Love this camera angle, by the way. Absolutely class. I love playing at this stadium, by the way. It's called Town Park in the game. You see the away fans from the actual camera angle itself. It looks really, really cool when you go and celebrate with them. You know, I mention it all the time. Like one of the most common questions I get, you know, is always, how do you keep your saves realistic? How do you keep your saves immersive? And I often say it's one of the easiest tips I can give people. You know, literally just think, like, you know, where are your away fans housed? Keep a mental note. Where are your away fans housed? If you get a goal, go and celebrate with them. It looks really cool. It's immersive and it's realistic as well, like we did for all 3 goals in the first half. As Damsgaard got another. I'm loving this guy. 3 goals in 5 games, back-to-back goals for Mikel, and what a turnaround in the first half. We were trailing for all of 4 minutes, I think it was, and now we lead by 2 at the break. So yeah, leading by 3 goals to 1. The second half begins, stayed in attack mode, looking for more, and we get one as well. 3 minutes after the restart, Memphis bags a brace and makes it 4-1 Inter Milan. There's no doubt about it. It's really tight in this area right now. I think Roma and Juve are, well, I'm not going to say in a 2-horse race for the title, but they are definitely the current 2 favourites, I would say, to win the championship in this Serie A season for us. But the teams below, when you look at us, Lazio, Milan, there's a few teams that are very similar in terms of points on the board right now. It could come down to head-to-head and goal difference. So if that's the case, it's going to be really important that we win games comfortably and get our goal difference up. Because when we took over, Inter Milan weren't scoring many goals. We took over, they had the worst goal-scoring record in the top 8, I believe. That's got to change. We've got to score more goals, and especially in those games where he expects to win big, we need to win big. 4-1 victory there against Venice, and our winning run continues. So, following game, and this was one of the biggest since taking over as Inter Milan. Now, we've been asked to win a domestic double this season, plus reach the final of the Champions League. So, Coppa Italia semi-final, first leg against Fiorentina. Can we win the title in the Serie A? We'll keep our form going, absolutely, but we do know we are outsiders. But the most winnable competition we've got, it's not the Serie A, not the Champions League, it's this one. Coppa Italia, as we take on Fiorentina over 2 legs. And 9 minutes in, wouldn't you just know it? Yep, fired a blank in his debut for us against Udinese. What does he do here against Fiorentina? Opens the scoring inside the first 10 minutes, and there is a first goal in an Inter Milan shirt for Federico Chiesa. I mean, it was just written, wasn't it? Absolutely written. Opens the scoring, makes it 1-0, and then soon after the restart, 10 minutes after the break, bags a brace and makes it 2. There's just something about players scoring against their former teams, and it happens more often than not in Football Manager, but also often in FIFA as well. Chiesa, bagging a brace, obviously came through the Fiorentina youth set up for moving to Juve, first on loan, then on a permanent deal for this new season, but he opens the scoring and gets our second, and really, I should have wrapped the tie up late on. Eddie Salcedo off the bench firing wide, that should have been free, that should have been tie over, but the game was won comfortably. 2-0 victory, shut Fiorentina down right from the very first whistle and took the chances I got on the other end outside of that Salcedo miss. So 2-0 first leg, and I wouldn't say 1 foot in the final, but with the form we've had lately, no doubt about it, it'll need an almighty collapse in the second leg. I'll pick a strong lineup for it. I'll pick a strong lineup away in Tuscany because I've had problems with Fiorentina quite a lot in FIFA over the past 2 or 3 years. I mentioned we got drawn against them. Like, I always seem to get them in the Europa League. I don't know what it is. You know those teams when you are playing in Europe, like you just always seem to get drawn against them. I know someone I remember was commenting, they had Lyon 3 straight seasons in Europe, and for me it's Fiorentina. It's like if I'm in the Europa League, there's a very good chance at some point I'll have Fiorentina either in the group or in knockout stages. I remember in my realistic career mode earlier this year with Southampton, we had Fiorentina in the Europa League, knocked us out in the quarters I think it was, and obviously we had them with Crystal Palace as well, and now in this save obviously taking them on in both the Serie A. I got them in the cup as well. Fiorentina, I can't avoid them. They're literally everywhere when I do a save. It's ridiculous, man. But regardless, 2-0 and no doubt about it, man. Like one foot in the final, heading into the second leg in Tuscany. But the final game of today's episode. Now this was dangerous. And I've got to say, I'm so glad I brought this guy in because heading into the final moments, we were down by a goal against Genoa. And I'll be honest, for my good form recently, I wasn't playing well in this game. I'd always hold my hands up and admit when I'm not playing well. This was one of those games, just never really got going in the entire game. With a minute and a half to go, bagged a brace against Fiorentina, his old club, in the week. And on the weekend, what does he do? Bags the game leveler with a minute and a half to go. I played really poorly in this game, and I totally got away with it as well. Chiesa leveling right to death, and that extends our unbeaten run, our winning run over, but our unbeaten run extended, going all the way back to that Milan derby defeat in late December. Final score 1-1. I'll take the point because it does move us into fourth, but only by a point. Once again, Roma and Juve, 14 games to go. They're the top two, but Milan in third with 50, us in fourth with 48, and Lazio behind with 47, and Atalanta with 46. 14 games to go. There's still a chance we win the title, still a chance we get top 4, still a chance we could drop out of the top 4, still a chance we get no European football whatsoever. It's been a crazy season thus far, and it's only going to get crazier. But that will end today's episode of the Real Summer Career, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you haven't, please like. Most love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you for the next episode of the Realistic Summer Career Mode very soon.